Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Clancy animation album series. In this episode, I'm going to show off some of the new designs I made for some of the songs and some early animation drafting. So let's get to it. So here's the current state of our project with some of the designs changing a little bit from the last episode. So overcompensate, probably the most difficult of the 13. I still need to finalize this one. If I'm going to be doing the bend symbol that Tyler does in the music video. I still need to decide if I'm going to be doing that or pivot to something else, because some of the other designs I pivoted a little bit. Next semester, this one completely changed. This one's going to have a ukulele, more focused for this design. So it's going to be the ukulele in the middle, because that one's pretty prevalent in the music video. And then I'm going to have the Clancy text rotating around it. This one, I tried doing it like last year around this time, and I couldn't get the way I really wanted to get the text to move, because you're going to see later on in After Effects what you need to do to get this to work properly. Backslide, nothing changing. Same thing with the bike, storming lightning and then some leaves. That one's more After Effects focus as we move towards probably the next week and a half with that one. Midwest Indigo, so I decided to not have Josh behind the drums just to make it a little bit easier myself with animating himself. They're going to be on a lake, so I need to decide how exactly they're now just an oval, but we'll have the mic stand and the drums, and we'll have some snow falling, and then that will be that. Routine to the night, this one changed up a bit too. I'm going to have a door swing out. There's a couple of different tutorials I'm going to follow on YouTube to get the exact look I'm trying to go for. We're going to have stay out, spray paint on the door kind of. That's going to be kind of less important. And then behind the door we'll have a bishop robe that might be waving with the cloth. I still need to figure out how to exactly work that animation preset within Motion 4, but that'd be kind of cool if it was like waving a bit with the cloth and the cloak itself. But yeah, that's routines in the night. Vignette, nothing changing there. Zombie hand reaching out. Craving, nothing changing. Lavish, this one changed a bit. So I made a more basic version of a Capri Sun, and then I'm going to have the lavish text write that itself out, and then maybe some kind of cool thing happens after that. But looking forward to getting this one. This one I was like really trying to grasp at, but decided to mix in some topography and Capri Sun. Navigating, I was able to mesh together a better version of Josh's figure right here, because there's not a lot of good reference material for the exact pose I was looking for. I'm going to show off later in After Effects some of the assets I reuse actually, but that's going to be happening a little bit later. Snapback, nothing changing. Same garage door. It's going to be opening with the car. That's going to be the flashing the headlights. And then next we have Oldie Station, same thing, cycling through each of the eras for the boys. At the risk of feeling dumb, same thing, buildings, maybe vibrating a little bit because they're going to be, I guess, playing at the top of the little music notes. And then Paladin Straight, same 9 towers with the fire in the background. I got to figure out what kind of fire I'm going to be using for this one. But yeah, I might add some like texture or some other things to the towers just to make them a little more designed instead of just 9 blobs. But yeah, that's the basic cores are there, just more so executing that. But yeah, that's the basic work in progress of what we're looking at for each of the designs. I think it's coming along really nice, a little more focused than the last week. And I think the end is near, which I'm really excited. So let's head on to After Effects. So now here we are in After Effects. I have 3 songs. I'm going to show some early workings and how they are going with their animation process. So start with next semester. We have the ukulele in the middle, and then we're going to have the Clancy text rotating around it. This one took a little bit of work. So I basically had to use the Clancy, each of the layers as shapes. And right now they're rotating around an invisible circle. And I had to very meticulously try to get them all spaced out into a way that will wrap around nice and easily later on. But yeah, so I couldn't use like live text to wrap around. I had to use actual shapes because there is this weird, I guess where the Y's match up because it's Clancy backwards. I need to get the line them up, so I had to basically do this by hand. But yeah, once all the layers were placed in, they're all moving accordingly. Let's show that a little bit better. Okay. They are slowly rotating around. And then I basically pre-comped that, and then I made a couple different versions. And then now they all are circling very nicely, and it's pretty good for the spacing. It's like I can nitpick a little bit on it, but for the most part, not complaining. And then it comes out really nice. I think it looks really cool. I did some scaling and different rotations with it, made a 3D object to get it to look like this. Might have it loop, might not. Just depends on the timing and how long I make all of these animations. But this one's looking pretty good, the most polished out of the 13 so far. So for navigating, I am reusing some assets from my blurry face car animations project. I'm reusing the flame, and I'm gonna have it on the torch, and I think it works pretty well. I did some minor scaling to make it more torch-like, but I'm really happy how this is coming out. Not much is gonna be changing from this animation forward, just a little more polishing, but I might add some more lighting or maybe some texture stuff too, but the lighting might be cool just to have it more focused on the flame itself, and then it could like once it's created, basically it lights the scene, and then it has like a dipping shadow effect on the outer part. But yeah, looking forward to how this one finishes up. Oldie Station, this one probably the least polished of the three, so I'm thinking a couple different things for this project. Right now, I need to figure out where to put their logo for each era. I'm thinking about maybe cutting out a different part in the radio right here that it changes out. Still need to decide that. And then there will be music notes playing, and then these will all change based on the coloring. So we start with white with blurry face, and then we're gonna move to yellow with trench, which is right now. And then the third will be scaled and icy, that'll be blue, and then we finish off with red with Clancy. But yeah, right now, these are just based on basic music notes. They're gonna be like floating, and then they're gonna be morphing into different colors as the eras change. I'll have probably this red line. Maybe I'll take away some of these other middle lines right here and add a red line that I'll switch between each of the eras, and then that'll be pretty cool. I'm really happy with this one. But yeah, that's this is basically a sneak peek at some of the early animations that I'm gonna be working on. This is just a start. These are the most polished already that can move into After Effects. The other ones still need a little bit of work, but yeah, this project's going really nice. I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm gonna be probably wrapping this up, but next episode I'm gonna be showing more polished versions on After Effects at probably, maybe I would want to say at least half. I want to be added in more here. But yeah, really happy with the project's going, and hope you guys stick around for the next episode. So I'll see you guys in the next one.